Hi there, let's get right into it. To maintain source lists in SAP S for HANA, we navigate to transaction code ME01. That's ME01. And over here we first of all need to select a material and a plant. And then you can click on enter. Now you can see that the source list opened. We will go through the fields from left to right. First of all, you can see here a validity period. So we can actually say from which date and till which date this particular source list should be valid. So let's say, for instance, from the 1st of January 2024 to the 1st of January 2025. Then we need to select a supplier. So click on the search help, search by company code, and then select the supplier. Now you can see here some more organization information. So we can fill the purchasing organization, let's say 1710 as well. The plant is already maintained over here. Then we can include an order unit, let's say kilogram. Then you can see over here an agreement. So we could even insert over here the number of a long-term agreement that was for sure maintained previously. And this is nothing else than an outline agreement. So a long-term arrangement between a purchasing organization, in this instance 1710, and the vendor, in our case 998, couple of zeros, 190, for the supply of the material, or also for the provision of services over a certain period based on predefined terms and conditions. I have another video about one type of those outline agreements, because those outline agreements could be contracts or scheduling arrangements. I will leave you a link for the latter one in the description of this video. For now, this is fine. And then you can see here we can even specify an agreed item, but this corresponds to the outline arrangement. So we can only fill either both of them or leave both of them blank as is. And then you can see here some check marks. Fixed supply source. This specifies that our source of supply is the preferred procurement option with the specified period. So this means that in the source determination process, so when we have a purchasing requisition or a purchasing order, the entry we mark over here as fixed will be the entry that is suggested first by the system. And for sure, if we insert here multiple lines for the same supplier, then we can only mark one of the lines as fixed in a certain validity period. Okay, then over here you can see another check mark called blocked, and with this we can specify that the source of supply is blocked for the ordering purpose. So this means that a blocked source will not be suggested in the course of the source determination process that takes place when we maintain a purchase requisition or purchase order. So you won't see the suggestion for this line over here if we mark it as blocked. And also we can't issue a purchase order to a blocked source. With this button we can also block a material generally for external procurement if we only have one line, so like in this case over here, and with that only just one validity period. So if we block this here and we don't have multiple lines for the same supplier, then this means that we in generally can't procure this material over here externally. For now I will leave it as is. Then you can see over here one more indicator called materials planning. So with this we could specify that how our source of supply, defined in our source list over here, is used in the so-called materials requirement planning. And we can choose between three values. I will show you. You can see over here, source list record not relevant to MRP. So this means that the source of supply is not taken into account by the materials requirement planning. Then we can set it to 1, record relevant to MRP, meaning that purchasing requisitions generated within the framework of our materials requirement planning are automatically assigned to this particular source. Or we can even set it to 2, record relevant to MRP, scheduling lines generated automatically. So this means that if our source of supply is a scheduling agreement, then our materials requirement planning run can create a so-called delivery schedule line with respect to a requirement. Those are the three options. For now I will leave it as is. So now we can click here on save, and you can see an error message over here because, as you can see, a prerequisite for a source list record or quote arrangement item is an info record. So in our case, we wanted to maintain a source list, but it is necessary that a purchasing info record was created before for this particular supplier. So right now you would need to go to the purchasing info record maintenance and maintain a purchasing info record over there. I will link you another video of mine in the description of this one, where I explain in detail how we can maintain those purchasing info records. Afterward, you will be able to save this entry over here. And then all you need to do is click here on generate records, and afterwards you can use this source list entry when creating a purchase requisition or purchase order, meaning that the information is automatically pulled from the source list over here. Okay, this marks the end of the video. I hope you liked it. If so, then please subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. See you next time.